Alachua County Fire Rescue and Gainesville Fire Rescue will continue working on this crash, and we will get back to you with the latest. Voleer Thomas, TV 20 News. This train number 19 is called Tracy Lynn, and she will not be alone for next week's Six Gun Territory Wild West weekend. Beside her will be Sam Houston, who just came here from Atlanta. Produce and canned goods are other items the community can pick up. The organization wanted to make this holiday season special by giving out gifts to this community that experienced the shooting a few weeks ago. All the plants in the nursery must go. Half the proceeds will go to the record house, and the other half will go to the family closing down the business.
Whenever we have offenders that seek out people like this, it turns your stomach. It would turn anyone's stomach.
15 Florida men, including 3 U.S. students, were arrested during the sting called Operation Resilient. During the 5-day operation, agents posed as either a 13-year-old or 14-year-old boy or girl, or as guardians of the children, and met with the men on an unknown social networking site. GPD arrested the men involved in the sexting scandal at this gas station. The men drove to this gas station for a meeting. One of the men was a registered sex offender on federal probation. Of the 3 U.S. students, 27-year-old master's student Siddhartha Jain, 22-year-old master's student Hong Yang Huang, and 22-year-old computer science junior Quentin Marcus Reddick were arrested. The 3 student suspects have trespass warnings against them on campus.
This should be a strong reminder to parents that you need to know what your child is doing online. The dangers on the internet are very real.
All of the men were arrested on charges of soliciting a child to commit a sexual act, unlawful use of a phone, and traveling to meet a minor for unlawful sexual contact.
Just be involved with your children, have an open relationship, ask them what something is, and just know what to look for in deception of your own child.
Voleer Thomas, TV 20 News. The Arc to Work program in Gainesville conducts its first graduation ceremony for 18 disabled adults. Their disabilities do not hinder them from getting employed. One of the project coordinators of the program shares how their employment creates happiness in her life.
And it's such a privilege to see the joy on their faces when they're out in the field. And that's what gets me to work every day.
According to Arc to Work Development, out of the 18 adults who graduated, 9 of them already have jobs. Now with the opening of the computer lab, they are looking forward to teaching more clients on how to create cover letters and resumes.
Society as a whole understands that working with our clients isn't that different from working with anybody else.
The most important thing that we have to do here for the people that we serve is to help follow their dreams and help provide as many opportunities as we can possibly provide.
A mother to one of the graduates is excited for her son's accomplishments. Her son is currently working at a restaurant called Bahama Breeze, and she is hopeful for what's to come in the future.
I'm hoping that he can sustain some independence and continue to work and be self-sufficient.
As the graduates walk to accept their diplomas, family members have their cameras ready to capture the moment. A Arc to Work instructor says that a disability does not stop his students from learning.
Just because someone with a disability has a disability, it certainly doesn't define them. Once you get to know the person and you get to see what they're capable of doing, you'll be very surprised.
Voleer Thomas, TV 20 News.
It's just a nice way of sort of opening our space, opening our doors, saying whoever you are, you can come in here.
Flow Space created a free ugly sweater yoga session for anyone looking to release stress.
Just let it flow naturally.
They usually don't give free yoga sessions, but the yoga manager decided it would be a great way to give back to the community through her passion.
The holiday seasons really are all about giving and receiving, and I think having a free class is kind of a nice way that I could do that. And I also wanted to give back to all of the people that are supporting my dream of having a yoga studio. And I just wanted to celebrate that community feeling and thankfulness with these people.
Warm-ups before dance routines in her childhood sparked her interest to do yoga in the long run.
I just remembered warming up and stretching was like one of my favorite parts of the whole experience. And I was really inflexible and really immobile. I wasn't flexible even a little bit. And I never thought that I could be.
Every stretch increased her flexibility and inspired her to teach yoga.
It sort of gave me this empowering reality, like, oh, well, maybe I can do that. It might take time, and it did. So I was like, this is something I would like to help teach other people.
With chai tea and vegan cookies, the yoga manager wants to show her appreciation to the community because of their support.
I just love all my students. I love everyone that comes into this space. It's just, I'm really, this time of year is all about appreciation for me. So I'm feeling a lot of that right now.
The yoga session reminds people to breathe in and breathe out during the holiday season. Voleer Thomas, TV 20 News.